Hello guys! Good afternoon! Ayan, live na ba tayo? Narinig na ba ako ng mga YouTube viewers natin? Cheer nyo naman ako kasi kinakabahan ako. Hello guys, good afternoon everyone! So I believe live tayo sa YouTube. And good afternoon everyone! Welcome to our GurOlympics debate competition elimination round. So yeah, so we will be having 2 debate sessions for this afternoon. Kaabang-abang at nakaka-excite at nakakakaba. Kasi kabang-kaba na ako ngayon, no? So, this is actually one of the highlights of our GurOlympics 2021. No? Isa to sa mga major events natin at inaabangan nating lahat. So, ayan, marami na tayong mga viewers. Thank you po sa pag-cheer sa akin. Yeah, joke. So, ayan. So, I'm sure all of our YouTube viewers are excited na ring marinig ang debate ng kanya-kanyang program. And I'm sure this will be fun. Ayan. So, ang dami na mga nag-cheer sa YouTube. Yan, Go English, Go BEd. Yan, ang dami ng mga sa YouTube. So guys, please share our link for the YouTube para mas marami pa tayong kasama dito. Mag-debate din kayo sa chat box maya-maya. Okay? So now, before anything else, let me discuss quickly the procedures for our debate. Okay, so our debate procedures. So the first part of our debate will be opening statement for 5 minutes of both sides, starting with the affirmative side. Next will be further arguments and rebuttal for 4 minutes, again, starting with the affirmative side. Then we will be having a recess. This gives time for our debaters to plan their arguments, their strategies, and their rebuttals. Next part will be the rebuttals for 3 minutes without adding any new information, starting with the opposing side. Next will be a 1.5-minute rebuttal for each side, starting with the opposing side. And of course, to closing statement starting with the opposing side and ending with the affirmative side for 3 minutes each. Ayan, so reminder for everyone, for our debaters, there cannot be any interruptions. Speakers must wait for their turns. Kinakabahan ako. Okay, now, let me introduce our judge for this debate. Ito pa pala. May cash prizes nga pala tayo. Okay, so our champion of our debate ay makakatanggap ng tumataginting na 1,500 pesos. Our first runner-up will receive 900 pesos. Our awards, we have Best Debater and Best Presenter, each receiving 300 pesos. Diba? Bukod sa masaya, may papremyo pa. Okay, now, let me introduce to you our judge for this debate. Our judge finished her Master of Arts in Communication Arts at the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, Laguna. Currently, she is a student of Doctor of Communication at the University of the Philippines Open University and is also the program chair for BA Communications at Faith Colleges. Ladies and gentlemen, our judge for our debate competition is Miss Aiza Adahor. So she's also, I believe, watching on our YouTube. So hello po ma'am and thank you for gracing our invitation. Okay? So now that I have introduced our judge, I have explained the debate procedures. Ito na. Okay, so this is the most awaited part of our debate, the debate session 1. Okay, so for our debate session 1, the first topic that we will be debating is about, ito na yung topic natin, is about the extension of the school year. Pabor ba kayo sa longer school year? Well, sa ating YouTube viewers, pwede rin kayo mag-debate dyan sa chat box. You can share your opinions, you can share your insights dyan sa ating chat box. Sa tingin nyo ba, should the school year be extended or not? Okay, so for our debate session 1, we have Bachelor of Elementary Education versus Bachelor of Physical Education. For Bachelor of Elementary Education, we have Rodney Closido, John Azel Antonio, and Nikisha Makam. For Bachelor of Physical Education, we have Fernando Igloso, Leandro Rapsing, and Stephen Rivera. Okay, so for our debating teams, Bachelor of Elementary Education will be in the affirmative side, and Bachelor of Physical Education will be in the opposing side. Okay? So we will now start the debate. So handa na ba kayong lahat? Kasi ako handang-handa na at kinakabahan na. Okay. So we will now start the debate with the opening statement from the affirmative side.
A very pleasant afternoon to everyone. I am Juan Lucido from Bachelor of Elementary Education, third year generalist, and we are the affirmative side of longer school year. Education is the foundation of knowledge, as it's hold the key to a better future. Not just a better future for us, but the better future for the next generation to come. We should never stop learning because the more we educate ourselves, the more pedagogies are entering into our system, the more we'll succeed in life, the more we'll have a chance to a better generation for the next generation to come. As an educator who believe in the mantra of quality education, it is very beneficial to have longer school year. Do you know why? Because it is not just equal to a long spent of better instruction towards the end for us teachers, for us educators, but it will restrict your key to a more learning opportunities towards the end for our pupils. Why would you choose to learn in a short period of time if you have a chance to learn it in not just a better, but the best way it can be, with more time to spend? We shouldn't neglect the fact that pupils will easily learn if they have a quality time, if you have time to read, reflect, and to research for more. Why would we choose to have a limited amount of time to study if we have more time to study? If we have more time to learn, if we have more time to educate
Hello,
ourselves?
Roderick, sorry to interrupt. I think we have a technical difficulty. Could you please try to speak again? According sa mga viewers natin, medyo choppy daw siya and medyo nagro-robot. Can you try again speaking ulit? Ulit?
From the start po,
Let me check muna natin if okay na yung audio mo.
sige po.
I think we will be starting again with the opening statement since I think hindi ata medyo choppy siya sa end sa YouTube. Yan, so let's check muna.
Hello po.
Yan, I think it's better. Sige, let's try again. Okay, so
Hello po.
sorry. Okay, so start from the start ulit.
Okay. So, again, I am Roddy Lucido from Bachelor of Elementary Education, third year generalist, saying about the longer period of time in education, or longer school year for this time. So, education is the foundation of knowledge, as it's hold the key to a better future, not just for us in this generation, but also for the next generation to come. We should never stop learning. Do you know why? Because the more we educate ourselves, the more pedagogies are entering, the more we'll succeed in life, the more we will have the chance to be the best version of ourselves. As an educator who believe in the mantra of quality education, it is very beneficial to have longer school year because it is not just equal to a long spent of better instruction towards the end of the teacher. It's not just the way that teacher teach, but it is more likely to reciprocate to a more learning opportunities towards the end of the pupils. Why would you choose to learn in a short period of time if you have a chance to learn it in not just better, but the best way it can be, with more time to learn, with more time to spend on learning, with more time to research, with more time to
Hello,
read?
Roderick. Sorry again to interrupt. I'm very, very sorry. So, same technical problem is ano pa din nangyayari. So, maybe you could try to speak closer to the mic para maiwasan natin yung choppy. Or maybe can someone muna replace you in speaking for the opening statement. Sorry, nagkaka-problem lang tayo with regards to your audio. Or yeah, maybe you can try
Sige po.
speaking closer sa microphone mo.
Okay lang ba? Sige po. Is this better po? or there's no,
I-
walang na.
better siya pero I'm not sure pag nagtuloy-tuloy. Yeah, yeah, yes. I think better na siya since mas closer ka na sa microphone. Sige, I'm very sorry, Rodnick. Sorry
Sige po, sige
talaga.
po. Okay lang. So, education is indeed the foundation of knowledge, as is so the key to a better future. We should never stop learning because the more we educate ourselves, the more pedagogists are entering towards our system, the more we'll succeed in life. As an educator, we believe in the mantra of quality education. It is very beneficial to have a longer school year because it is not just equal to a long span of better instruction towards the end for us teachers, for us educators, for us scholars, but it will reciprocate to a more learning opportunities towards the end of the pupils because they will learn, they will reflect more, they will reflect more, they will read more, they will be research more. Why would you choose to learn in a short period of time if you have chance to learn it not just not just better,
Rodnick,
but the best way it can be with more. Ayaw talaga.
Rodnick, sorry again, sorry for the nth time, sorry, pero according pa rin sa ating mga viewers, hindi pa rin po kasi maayos yung mic, I believe. There's the problem with regards
Sige
to your mic, maybe. Sorry talaga, pasensya na. And yeah, maybe can someone muna
okay
replace
lang.
Rodnick for the opening statement. So, sige, maybe you can talk on your muna, private before we
Sige po.
start. Okay? So yeah, since online tayo guys, ganyan talaga, hindi natin naiiwasan ang technical difficulties. Ayan. So gusto ko munang marinig sa YouTube followers, sa YouTube viewers natin. So ang topic natin is actually longer school year, di ba? Narinig natin sa balita na DepEd is actually planning to extend the school year. Diba? So are you in favor of extending the school year or are you not in favor? Gusto ko marinig yung sagot ng ating mga YouTube viewers kung okay ba, meron bang ano sa tingin nyo, should we have longer school year or not? Sa ating mga YouTube viewers, baka pwede kayong ano bang opinion nyo or insight nyo regarding this matter. Okay, sa according kay Ray Angelo, hindi daw, huwag na daw natin extend yung school year. So how about sa other YouTube viewers? Yes, so according kay Rose Ann, okay lang daw na extend natin yung school year, o di ba? So mayroon tayong iba't ibang sides on longer school year. Yes, no. Maraming may mga yes, may mga medyo hati ang ating mga YouTube viewers regarding their views, no? So, no. Ayan, pero dumadami na yung no. Ayaw na nila ma-extend. Ay, bakit ayaw ba mag-aral? Hindi, joke. Okay? So, marami sa atin yung So, can someone ano yung reason nyo kung bakit kayo nag-no or bakit yes? Or ano yung main reason nyo sa mga YouTube viewers natin? Ano kayang longer school years would be? Ayan, so according kay Carlos, or kay Luwin, pangalan niya, school years would be applicable if you shorten school days. A school day is already too much fatigue. Adding more would bring more constant pros. So, that's nice argument. Okay, so according naman kay Ares, no, online class is much difficult than face-to-face. Do, diba? So, mayroon tayong mga iba't ibang idea. So, sa mga nag-yes, baka can you share your insight? Bakit kaya, why should we extend our school year? Why should we have longer school year? So, favor daw si Angeline Diza. Yan. So, favor daw siya. So, ayon kay Rose naman, hindi daw siya favor kay Rose ang Pangyarihan. Ayan. So, meron tayo talagang iba't ibang sides no on the longer school year. So, now on our debate, so our debaters will um, explain or will take sides, papaliwanag nila kung bakit affirmative or bakit opposing sila regarding this topic. Okay, so let's have a mic test muna again for the opening statement for the affirmative side. Okay?
Mic test. Hello, mic test.
Yan, it's better. Yeah, okay. That's actually better. Okay, so again, sorry for our YouTube viewers for our delays. Ganyan talaga pag online event, di ba? Sobrang hirap. Marami tayong kalaban. Okay. Ayan, so madami na nag-share ng ating mga insights regarding our topic. Okay, so again, we're back. So we'll now hear the opening statement of the affirmative side. Take it away.
So again, a pleasant afternoon to everyone. Sorry for our delay and technical difficulties. I'm Ronnie Cusito from Bachelor of Elementary Education. Again, education is a foundation of knowledge as it's hold the key to a better future. We should never stop learning. We should never stop educating ourselves. We should not stop ourselves from having great pedagogies inside our our system. Because the more we'll educate ourselves, the more we'll succeed in life. As an educator, we believe in the mantra of quality education. It is very beneficial to have longer school year because it is not just equal to a long spent of better instruction towards the end of the teacher, but it will reciprocate to a more learning opportunities towards the end for our pupils. Why would you choose to learn in a short period of time if you have more chances to learn it in a more time, more ways to learn and more ways to learn and more time to learn? It is not just about us for our teachers, but more likely for our students, because it is the best way to learn in a long period of time. We shouldn't neglect the fact that pupils will easily learn if they have quality guide, because not all learners are blessed with cognitive abilities to learn easily in the subject matter. We should always keep in mind the inclusivity with all kinds of learners, because no students nor pupil should be left behind. Teach, again, I will end my statement by the famous quotation given by John F. Quadro. Teaching is indeed not just a profession, but passion. Without passion for your subject and desire for your students to learn, the best way in the world, then we have failed as a teacher. And failure in teaching is never been an option. Again, I am Rodney Casido, and this is our statement about longer school year.
Okay, so thank you, affirmative side, for your opening statement. So I think it's better. So medyo meron pa rin tayong konting technical difficulties, but I think it's more comprehensible than sa kanina natin. Okay? And now, we have heard the affirmative side. We will now go to the opposing side.
A shorter school year will benefit students and teachers by giving them more time off. And teachers will be able to spend more time with their families and could focus on their activities. Teachers will reduce the pressure of work and can teach more effectively. Students should be getting more rest in addition to students having more time to focus on important activities. And the shorter school days would give them more time to rest. When a student misses school, they will be eager to learn and will have an appetite for learning. The amount of stress on the students over school is way too immense. Students should be able to enjoy their lives before they have to grow up and go into the real world where where there really is year-round jobs and an abundance of stress. Younger people shouldn't work as long as some adults do. And learning is everywhere. Students can gain knowledge even on school days. Activities Studies have shown increased students' enthusiasm for learning outdoors. Outdoor experiences help students increase their understanding of their natural and human communities, which leads to a sense of place. Through connection to place, students develop stronger environmental attitudes, and civic behaviors. So teachers will be healthier also. Teachers also need academic rest. They are not robots that can do everything and anything for all the time. Since the beginning of the pandemic, they have had no rest in doing activities for students and for schoolworks. They also have a family to bond and to spend time with. So some of my classmates have stopped studying because of this pandemic because they believe that they are just wasting a lot of their time that can be used for other things like working. So if the student is having difficulty, how much more the teacher who are facilitating them?
So, in addition to Leandro, we are facing today a pandemic situation. Every single day, we experience struggle, even the school, even the home, at the same time, the teachers and the student, at the same time, the parents. So, being a mobilizer in our alma mater school, here in Paisa National High School, I see the struggle. I see the challenges that are facing by our teachers and the parents because I'm the one who see them because I'm going to the school, I'm going to the houses of the student to to ask them how they school, and also the parent. I ask them what is the possible situation or possible solution that we can do to engage more knowledge, even though it is a shortened term of school year. So I see the struggle of this teacher because I see teachers are still working, even though it's a home. There has a lot of family there. You also have uh, seminars they have to attend, so they don't have time to rest. So one of the things that the teachers need is academic rest, because they even in school they have their work, at at home they also have work. So same goes with the student. So they have a lot of responsibility in their houses, and also the parents. So lack of time is one of the problem of it. So we are uh, solving those problems even though in a single matter. That would be all for the opposing side. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the opening statement of our affirmative and the opposing side. Now we will now continue the we'll now keep the ball rolling with their further arguments and rebuttal for 4 minutes each side. We will start with the affirmative side.
For the further arguments of affirmative side, there are several goals of extending the school year. It will help the learners to have more time to catch up for the classes that they missed up. Also, it will also strengthen the students' competency and mastery of the subjects, especially for those students who needs an hands-on learning and application of learning. The students won't have to worry about finishing their requirements in a hurry. A relaxed study schedule would help the students to learn better. According to the study published in the journal Nature, learning how to be relaxed will help us to retain the information we have in learning. It is no secret that online learning is very ideal for the students who are not techy. Most of them resort to modular learning. That way they can still comply with the standards of passing the grades level they are in. The school year 2020-2021 is started early in October, when it usually starts in June for lower level public schools. The modules are usually given in the beginning of the week and be passed at the end of it. Social media does not hide that students' guardians assist them more than they should. Instead of teaching them and using inductive methods, they usually just read the modules aloud and force the students to understand. We must consider that not every parent has the talent, patience, and time to reach their children. And giving them very little time to accomplish the modules forces parents to just let the older siblings dictate. the answers of the students who are suffering the good without knowledge gain. Extending the school year will promote a relaxed learning time for the students. There will be less pressure, and inductive methods in teaching are not far from possible.
In addition to that, more time in studying is equal to quality education. As a teacher who believe in the matter of quality education, we should always keep in mind the value of quality education. We're giving our students learning, if not just about having them graduate at school. We're giving them a chance to learn for their future, and not just about graduating to have a certificate. We're saying about giving them a chance to be more, to be a better version of themselves, because learning should never stop.
That is all po.
Okay, so thank you, affirmative side, for your further arguments. And now let's hear for another 4 minutes the further arguments and rebuttal of the opposing side.
Hi, good afternoon. So, hindi porket maiksi ang span ng pag-aaral natin ay hindi na tayo matututo. May dalawa tayong uri. Una, sa paaralan natututo tayo ng mga theory. Mga theory na mga gamit natin sa application natin sa bahay. 'Di ba? Sa bahay, nagagamit natin lahat ng pinag-aralan natin. The behavior, how we act in the houses, how we interact, how to associate or socialize with other people. 'Di ba? Those things ay natututunan natin hindi lang sa paaralan. Bagkos ito ay natututunan natin sa bahay. Ito ay natuturo at nai-implement ng ating mga magulang. Hindi porket maikli yung span natin sa pag-aaral, eh hindi na natin ma-achieve yung quality education. Some of the student can success not only for school, but also the application of the knowledge that they learn from the school, the theory that they learn. Sabi nga po dun sa, i-quote ko lang po ang sinabi ni Secretary General Raymond Basilio, the difficulties of many students is keeping up with the lesson while both learners and teacher are borne out in clear proof that the current curriculum and the overall learning design being implemented are not efficiently and tuned to real situation under the help of economic crisis. So, as you can see, hindi siya applicable. Kailangan alam mo muna yung hanggang saan yung pag-implement mo ng longer school year. Kasi lahat naman ng bagay ay nadadaan sa ibang pamamaraan. Proper instructional materials, at the same time yung support coming from the government dapat tama at akma. Dito nga sa amin sa Quezon ang municipality namin gumawa ng isang program kung saan kami, mga future educator, ay ginawa nilang learning mobilizer, which is help to the teachers to visit, to home visit the student in the houses para malaman namin kung ano ba yung mga struggle at nararanasan ng mga bata. At the same time, yung hinanaing ng mga magulang. At nakikita namin din yung struggle ng mga teachers kasi dito sa school na to, sa school na inaanuhan ko ngayon, nakikita ko na hindi lang sa paaral nagawa sila ng mga materials, kundi sa bahay din nila. Nag-iisip sila ng mga bagay na alam nila na makakatulong sa estudyante. So hindi natin dapat kailangang i-prolong pa yung school year kasi kung dito pa lang sa short time ay nagagawa na natin ng paraan para ma-acquire ng mga bata yung knowledge na dapat nilang ma-acquire during the short term of school year, hindi na kailangan pang i-prolong tong school year na to. Kasi marami na tayong matututunan eh. Marami na tayong magagawa. Even nasa bahay tayo, yung time natin sa bahay natin alamin lang natin yung time management. Yung time natin sa bahay natin kunti lang para dito sa ating mga home school. The same time, makakatulong tayo sa parents. Na-apply natin yung mga napag-aralan natin kasi doon. Kasi yung mga parents natin, nagkakaroon na ng time, di ba? Nagkakaroon ng time ng Bonding. Nagkakaroon ng time maalaman kung ano yung kung saan nahihinaan yung mga bata, yung mga anak nila, nagagawa nila ng paraan. Nire-raise nila sa teachers. So bakit kailangan pa natin i-prolong pa ito? So dadagdagan yung burnout ng mga teachers at the same time the student and the parents. That will be all for me. How about the others? Thank you. Okay, isa pa po ha, i-unquote ko lang po, yung Kabataan Party List Representative Sara Ilago, sabi niya po, health breaks are much needed in critical of learning amid a pandemic, not only for the student but also for teachers, administrator. So sinasabi doon na hindi lang para sa mga estudyante yung yung health kasi nagkakaroon tayo ng mental problem kasi nagkakaroon tayo ng stress. Hindi lang tayo, pati mga magulang natin, pati yung mga teachers at saka yung mga estudyante. Hindi lang yun, pati yung government, nag-iisip sila ng plan, papaano nila mako-cope up or mabibigyan ng solusyon yung ganitong problem. That will be all for the opposing side. Thank you so much.
Okay, sakto-sakto sa oras. Thank you so much for the opposing side. Okay, unti-unti na pong umiinit ang ating diskusyon. Ayan, so should we really extend our school year or not? Ayan, sobrang dami na rin mga comments and opinions on our YouTube viewers. Ayan, so for now, we will be having a recess for 8 minutes. Okay, so this recess will be for our debaters to prepare their arguments, their strategies, and their rebuttals. Okay, so kalong muna tayo habang nape-prepare ang ating mga debaters for we have an 8-minute recess. So habang nandito, ayan, sino muna yung magpa-shout out? Wow, naging live streaming na pala. So we have 8-minute recess break muna. Okay? Okay, we're back. Hello. Hello po sa ating mga YouTube viewers. We are now back for our debate. Tapos na ang recess. Nakapag-usap na ang bawat team. Anong ilalatag na mga arguments, anong mga ire-rebut na ideas. Ayan na. Handa na po ang ating mga teams. I believe our teams are ready now. Okay? Ayan. Magbabalik na po tayo ulit for our debate. Okay. So now, for their rebuttal, without adding any new information, here is the opposing side.
So, mental health is very important to us. So, kapag nasira ang ating mental health, maapektuhan ang pagkatuto ng mga estudyante at ang pagtuturo ng teacher. So, malaki yung magiging epekto nito para sa brighter future ng mga estudyante. At kapag nangyari ito na nasira yung mental health ng estudyante at ng teacher, so there will be no brighter future na para sa mga estudyante at para sa teacher at hindi na uunlad pa yung mga estudyante kasi nga sira na yung mental health nila at para lang yan isang kotse na kapag nasira na yung makina, hindi na masyadong malayo yung maaabot nito at mararating nito. Yun po.
So, in addition to Leandro, di ba? Hindi masasabing kapag na-prolong mo yung school year ay relaxing na para sa mga bata at relaxing na para sa mga estudyante. Hindi baga pag pinahaba mo siya, same lang din naman eh. Ang bata ay mababurnout kasi nasasabi nila na pag ang haba-haba ng school, tapos ganito pa rin yung gagawin. Kasi nga hindi na pwede yung ganon kasi kailangan mas shorten na yung burnout na ibibigay natin sa bata. Kasi hindi na pwede yung pahabain pa natin. Kailangan alam natin yung dapat gawin. Gaya ng sinabi dito ni acting representative teacher party list, nasabi niya dito extending school year without addressing the basic problem of the 30 administration, distance learning program would only extend suffering, hardship of teachers, learners, and the parents. So, di ba, kailangan alamin mo muna, i-address mo muna, ano ba talaga dapat yung unahin bago natin pahabain itong school year na to extend the school year, di ba? Kailangan alamin natin, ano ba yung mas priority? Di ba? Una din sa ating administration, di ba ang unang priority is medication para matapos itong pandemic situation na to. Pangalawa yung pag-aaral. Kailangan, bago tayo mag-implement ng isang sitwasyon, kailangan alam natin kung gaano ito tatagal, di ba? Tsaka, what is the most important thing to do instead of prolonging the school year? Di ba?
So, dagdag ko pa rin. Yes, tama. So, yes, tama yung sinabi ni Rodney kanina na we should not stop learning. Kasi hindi talaga tayo natitigil sa pagkatuto. Even outside the school. Ngayon, sa buhay natin, kahit matanda na tayo, nandun pa rin yung pagkakatuto. Kasi habang nabubuhay tayo, tuloy-tuloy yung pagkatuto natin kahit hindi na tayo nag-aaral. Kasi because when you stop learning, you also stop growing na rin. So, yun na nga, kahit wala ka sa school, maaari ka pa rin matuto ng ibang bagay. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng pagkatuto sa buhay ay sa school mo lang makukuha. Kasi alam naman nating lahat na sa labas ng school, marami rin na bagay na matututunan na talaga para sa ating totoong buhay.
Okay, so the time is up. Thank you, opposing side, for that mainit na rebuttal or talagang pinag-isipang rebuttal. Talagang very emphasized ang mga points nila. At syempre, hindi naman magpapatalo ang ating affirmative side now to give their rebuttal for 3 minutes without adding any new information. Again, here is our affirmative side.
Hi. So, let me use that example you used, which is yung car. You said na, according sa argument nyo, pag-ipaiksiin na natin yung ating school year. So, ibig sabihin, you're making that car go so fast. And you're saying na, ang kotse na to ay mapapagod. But, as I was thinking, no car is ever designed na tumakbo habang buhay, di ba? We always need to stop for gas. We always need to park our cars in the garage, right? And sa tingin ko, kapag ka-moderated yung time natin, sa pagpapatakbo natin ng kotse natin, ay mas tatagal yung buhay ng kotse natin. Am I right? And one more thing about the opening statement, you said na doon natin ilagay lahat ng pag-aaral. I-container na natin siya, then we are gonna be free kapag nagkaroon tayo ng vacation. Pero isipin nyo, kung sasabak ang mga little soldiers natin sa gera nang walang pagkain, nang walang pahinga, dahil gusto nilang tapusin ang school year na yon, sasabak sila sa gera at ipapangako mo sa kanila na magkakaroon sila ng handaan pagkatapos ng gera. They will look forward to that. They will be motivated. But what if yung bakasyon ilagay na natin doon mismo sa pag-aaral? Habang nasa gera yung mga little soldiers natin, pakainin natin sila. They will have motivation and they will have strength para lumaban. Don't you think so? Do you have additional informations?
Yes po. So, in addition to your answer, Nikki, so nice argument. I just want to ask po for the opposing side, and I just want to emphasize, here in debate, we will talk about objective facts. Okay? Kasi po, we are in debate. So, in addition po, from Nikki's answer, I would like to emphasize what Herbert Spencer in a structural functional theory, which he emphasized that education, especially in schools, serves the needs of society with the development of skills, encouraging social cohesion. So how can we attain skills and knowledge as well as social cohesion kung sa bahay lang po tayo? Yes, may natututunan po tayo sa bahay, but then, hindi po lahat ng natututunan ay sa loob lang ng bahay. Learning is not only in the four sides of our houses. Kasi hindi natin matututunan ang math, ang science, ang English, kung hindi natin gagawin yun. Ikaw, as a future teacher, ikaw ba, papayag ka ba talaga na hindi ipaglaban yung gusto ng DepEd when it comes to that matter? Kasi we are teachers and dapat ipaglaban natin yung gustong itayo ng institution natin. And in addition po for others. Okay po, thank you.
Okay, time is up. Oh my God. Okay, wait lang guys. Hinga-hinga muna tayo. Okay. Medyo umiinit na po ang ating labanan. Okay. Ako po ay kinakabahan na sa mga nangyayari. Okay, very nice arguments. Sa totoo lang, kinikilabutan na ako ngayon. Grabe, nice arguments from the affirmative side, nice arguments from the opposing side. Grabe, I really don't know kung sino mananalo for this argument. Okay, so konting hinga lang muna tayo, okay, for our last rebuttal. Okay, so ito na tayo. For our last rebuttal part or rebuttal procedure, okay, here is again the opposing side for the rebuttal for only 1.5 minutes. Okay? So again, the opposing side.
Hi! Nais ko lang bigyan pansin yung sinabi ni Bea B. Diba sabi mo, not only for the four corners of the house, pero sinasabi yan sa loob ng classroom, hindi dapat doon. Diba? Hindi lang din dapat sa buo, sa apat na sulok ng bahay ninyo. Diba nga sinasabi nila, we acquire knowledge through socialization. Pag tayo lumabas sa bahay natin, even though pandemic, marami tayong paraan para makipag-usap. Yung bagang tumayo ka sa kabilang bakod ng bahay ninyo, makakausap mo yung kapitbahay mo, wala kang matututunan. Sige nga, di ba? Pag nasa labas ka ng bahay mo, nagwawalis ka, may magkakausap sa'yo, at least natututok ka, may natutunan ka at may nalalaman kang impormasyon, di ba? Sinasabi nyo na ang teacher dapat kung ano yung binibigay ng nasa taas, kailangan i-promote mo. Bakit hindi mo muna kaya subukan tignan, ha? Alamin yung kalalagayan ng mga nasa baba mo bago ka mag-implement ng mga ganyang batas. 'Di ba? Alamin mo muna yung sitwasyon. Alamin muna yung pakiramdam ng mga nasa sakupan mo o nasa baba mo bago ka mag-implement. Kasi ang mga teachers, for example, those teachers, hindi sila robot. Hindi lahat ng bagay kaya nilang gawin in a click of the finger. 'Di ba? Marami silang bagay na inaasikaso. Hindi lang family, hindi lang paaralan, hindi lang estudyante. Meron din silang trabahong inaaral. May mga seminars din sila. Alam nyo ba, ang mga teachers, pag nagsa-seminar sila, dala nila ang test paper, dala nila ang module, kung saan nagche-check sila habang nagsa-seminar. Sige nga, naiisip nyo ba yung mental, yung mga sick na nararanasan ng mga teachers? At the same time, yung mga nararanasan ng mga bata. Diba? Alamin nyo muna kasi, bago kayo magsabi na dapat i-implement yung prolonged year na yan.
So,
Additional po.
Okay, so I'm very sorry for the opposing side. Time is up. Okay, sorry. Time is up for our opposing side. Again, we only have 1.5 minutes for our last rebuttal. Okay, so siguro pwede niyo paghandaan for our 3-minute closing statement later. Okay. Okay, so medyo ito na, patapos na tayo sa ating debate. Okay, so for the last rebuttal, so here is the opposing side for the affirmative side to give their last rebuttal for 1.5 minutes.
Hi. According to what you said, that's exactly my point. You said na ang teachers hindi lang nila inaalala yung school and yung bahay. Meron pa silang seminars. So, prolonging the school year, ibig sabihin, bibigyan po tayo ng more time para maka-attend sa mga seminars na yon. And mas relax po yung magiging environment natin. And para sa akin, nakita natin ng mga module ng mga elementary students, ng mga high school students, nakita natin ng mga module nila. And I'm gonna make this thing clear. Kapag natapos ko ba ang libro ko ng grade 3, ang teacher ko ba, dadagdagan niya ng pages yung libro? No. My teacher is not gonna add pages to that book. So, kapag napahaba natin ng school year na to, magkakaroon lang tayo ng mas maraming time para sagutan ng libro na yon. And that will promote relaxation for us. According to a study, kapag mas relax ang time natin sa pagkatuto, ay mas nai-integrate ng utak natin yung natutunan natin. Kaysa nagmamadali tayo. Kasi imagine, where is the quality of learning in that kapag nagmamadali tayo? Kapag miadali natin ng pag-aaral, as a teacher, pag miadali ng bata ang pag-aaral, hindi siya nag-aim para magkaroon ng knowledge. Diba? Nag-aim siya para lang masabi na nakagraduate siya. Is that what you want as a future teacher? That's all.
First,
Okay, so time is up. I'm very sorry for our affirmative side. Our time is up. So 1.5 minutes is done and we are all done with our rebuttals. Okay? Tapos na po tayo sa sagutan, sa batuhan ng arguments. Okay? And now, to end their point, to end their stand, we will have their closing statements. Okay? Our closing statement will start from the opposing side.
So, good afternoon. Um, we therefore say that shorter school year is preferable. Why? Because however, some says that longer school year is effective when it comes to acquiring adequate knowledge and informations among the students. However, this matter can yield adversities or problems, especially to those students and teachers who are to those students who are incapable of paying fees such as the school-related fees, such as the fare and snacks they need. So we don't need to extend the academic year. It doesn't necessarily mean that longer school year can solve the problem in terms of acquiring knowledge effectively. So span of academic year is enough. Every longer year of school can only give students and teachers stress and boredom. Students are not employees and teachers are not robots as Sir Fernando Iglos aforementioned before earlier. So and the advantage of having an adequate or shorter year of academic is that it can bring physical, social, and emotional benefits to us as students and to those teachers. Why? Because students could focus on other activities. So students, we as a students, as a future teacher as well, we have different capabilities or abilities to gain or different ways to gain knowledge on a certain thing. The students next one is students should be getting more rest. In addition to students having more time to focus of significant activities, a shorter school day would give them more time to rest. According to the article written by WebMD, children between the ages of 12 to 18 need at least 8 hours of sleep each night. So sometimes even 9. In addition, many school begins very early in the day, as early 7:30 a.m. To get the recommended amount of sleep, students have to go to bed around 9 or 10 to be productive in the morning, also all throughout the day. So next one is teachers would be healthier. Teachers are often underpaid and overextended. Even though they get summers off, their wage is not enough for their efforts.
Okay, so
So
time's up.
longer academic year.
I'm very sorry for interrupting our opposing side, but our time is up for our closing statement. And now to officially close the debate, again, we have 3 minutes for the closing statement of the affirmative side.
For the closing statement, we believe that shorter year would be beneficial for both students and teachers. For the benefit of the teachers, ti- kung ititingnan natin, ang teacher, hindi natin masasabi na ang isang teacher is nag-handle ng iisang estudyante. There are teachers who handle several or numerous numbers of students. That's why longer school year is a way for them to accommodate, for them to give the quality of education that the students deserve, really deserve. By that, by having longer school year, the teachers will going to have a long process or long period of time to explore, to develop themselves, to um to gain the knowledge that they are going to share to the students. And for the student side naman, dun sa benefit ng longer school year, not all the students are fast learners. There are students who are slow learners. That's why they need more time to they need more time to develop themselves. They need more time to enhance themselves as long as the learning is concerned. That's why longer school year is both beneficial for students and teachers.
In addition po, we interviewed attorney Arfel Joy Lainio, and she said, longer school year should be established since we should state na hindi talaga effective ang online modular classes because lengthening the same will not somehow guarantee that it will somehow correct the problem. How can you say so na ang magiging problem is dahil ba sa longer school year? Again, here we are focusing on the school year, not on the homeschooling. Mas mainam to focus considering that the methods and system adapted during COVID are placed only at the same time. It would be, I guess, best to extend the school year at the same time. We will give the students much more opportunity to learn. In addition, I feel that it is more important for you is the fact that the school year started late. Extending the school is a way to compensate for the delay in the starting of the class, with logic and natural course run to the disadvantage of the students. After all, we should learn that in the mental problem issue, it would be speculative na sabihin natin na dahil sa online classes or sa short school year na nagkakaroon ng mental health ang mga students. In fact, we as a future teacher should also remember that we should hone the student's life as we see teaching profession as our vocation and a mission in life. So that will be the stand of the BEN. Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay, wow. Amazing debate from Bachelor of Elementary Education and Bachelor of Physical Education. Grabe. Nice arguments. Magaganda ang mga nailatag. Very nice rebuttals actually. Gaganda, napaka-fruitful na ating debate for our debate session 1 pa lang to ha. Debate session 1 pa lang. So we have debate session 2 pa later after nito. Okay. And that actually sums up our debate session 1. After a few minutes, we will be starting our debate session 2. Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English versus Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Mathematics. Their debate topic is about binary grading, pass or fail. Should binary grading be used or not? We will talk about that on our session 2. Please stay tuned and we will be back in a moment.
어느 날 세상이 멈췄어 아무런 예고도 하나 없이 몸은 기다림을 몰랐어 눈치 없이 와버렸어 발자국이 지워진 거리 여기 남아져 있는 나 혼자 가는 시간이 미안해 말도 없이
오늘도 비가 내릴 것 같아 흠뻑 젖어버린 날 아직도 멈추질 않아 저 먹구름보다 빨리 달려가 그럼 될 줄 알았는데 나 겨우 사람인가 봐 몹시 아프네 세상이란 놈이 지갑기 덕분에 눌러보는 먼지 쌓인 배갑기 넘어진 채 청하는 엇박자의 춤 겨울이 오면 내 시자 더 뜨거운 숨
끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 한꺼번에 뜨지지 않아 잠시 두 눈을 감아 여기 내 손을 잡아줘 미래로 달아나자 I go in the forest 하늘 같아 나오겠지 아무 일도 없던 듯이 Yeah, life goes on like an arrow in the blue sky 또 하루도 만나겠지 On my pillow, on my table Yeah, life goes on like this again 이 음악을 빌려 너에게 나 전할게 사람들은 말해 세상이 다 변했대 다행히도 우리 사이는 아직 여태 안 변했네 늘 하루 시작과 끝 안녕이란 말로 오늘과 내일도 함께 이어보자고 멈춰있지 마 어둠에 숨지 마 빛은 더 떠오르니까 끝이 보이지 않아 출구가 있긴 한가
Hi guys! Hello! Ayan, so, ni-stop muna natin. Okay, so for now, we will not yet start. Okay, so standby muna kayo dyan. Yung mga nasa YouTube natin, so standby muna kayo. We will be having first our mic test. Okay, so para sure tayo later for the, for the debate proper. Okay, so we'll be starting our mic test muna. For our English debaters, so I will be adding you on stream so you can try speaking and do a mic test. Thank you!
Hi. Can I?
Check.
Good
Hello.
afternoon.
Good afternoon po. Rinig niyo
Rinig
po
ba
ako?
ako?
Okay, seems like
Rinig
all
ka
your
Hindi ba ako
microphones
choppy?
are... Yeah, medyo clear. It's clear naman. Sige, speak pa para try pa natin.
Okay, hindi ba ako choppy? Okay lang naman. Loud
Okay
and
lang
clear?
po.
Okay.
Yep.
Inakabahan ako.
Okay, English baka gusto mo na mag-hi sa mga supporters nyo sa YouTube. Ang dami nag-cheer sa inyo.
Sana all my supporters.
Sana all.
Okay, so... Sige, I'll try to speak pa. Last one.
Rinig po ba kami? Is it not choppy?
Okay, Carlos is good. Rosella is good then. Eric, can you try one more?
Hello, good afternoon.
Okay, it sounds good naman. Okay, so let's have math debaters naman for the mic test. So wait a minute. Okay, so shout out naman kayo muna. Sige, mic test kayo, mic test.
Sound check.
Hi,
Narinig
hello.
ako.
Mic
Hello?
check po.
Clear, Ludwig.
Hello, mic check.
Yes,
Thank you,
lovely.
Kuya Roy.
Clear. Roy,
Mic
sige.
check, hello.
Okay, I think
Hello.
clear naman.
Mic check.
Okay, sige, go pa. Bumati naman kayo sa mga supporters nyo sa YouTube.
Good afternoon. Sa lahat ng nanonood, manood lang po kayo. Ganun.
Hi, Matt people.
English, co-ed pa din tayo.
Okay, sige. Try to speak pa last mic test bago tayo mag-start. Para sure.
Shout
Ready na
out po sa
kami.
lahat ng nanonood.
Good luck po sa atin.
Palaban. Ready na
Okay,
po.
okay. Seems like all our microphones are doing good, no? So, sana hindi tayo magkaroon ng technical difficulties later. Okay? So, alisin ko muna kayo ngayon sa stream. Okay, ako na lang muna ulit ngayon. And hello, welcome back. Okay? So we're back and we will now start our debate session 2. Okay? For our debate session 2, we have Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English versus Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Mathematics. The topic that we will be debating for this session is about binary grading. Pabor ba kayo sa binary grading or should we stay na lang sa numerical grading? Again, YouTube viewers, you can type your opinions, you can type your insights, you can also debate on the YouTube chat box. Basta lang ha, be respectful lang. You can share your insights, you can discuss on our YouTube chat box. Nakikita natin yan, okay? So again, for our debate session 2, we have Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English versus Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Mathematics. Okay, so I think for Bachelor of Secondary Education major English, we have Eric Villarreal, Rosella Rapsing, and Carlos Gumbok. For BSE Mathematics, we have Roy Nunez, Lovely De Leon, and Ludwig Austria. Okay, so wag natin patagalin to. I know everyone is excited. Alam ko nasa hype pa tayo lahat. Diba? Kasi sobrang ganda na ating debate session. And I am sure this will be also great debate. Okay, so we will now start. Handa na ba tayong lahat? Tara mga sa YouTube, handa na ba kayo lahat? Because we will now start the debate with the opening statement from the affirmative side. Okay, sorry pala. Okay, so for our debating team, BSA English will be in the affirmative side and BSA Mathematics will be in the opposing side. Again, our topic is binary grading. Again, we will now start a debate with the opening statement from the affirmative side.
Good afternoon, everyone. For decades, students have been haunted by numbers that they were programmed to perceive as life and death and put them in the world's biggest pressure cooker. This monstrosity, known as a numerical grading system, has to be modified based on the needs of the 21st century and not the 1900s whatsoever. Learning is a process. This is why the debate must encompass the calculus of a person's quality of education, opportunities, experiences, health, and using that hard earned degree to be employed in the job they want to. Pass or fail classes operate on a binary grading system, meaning that no letter grade will be recorded on your college transcript. Instead, you will simply earn credit depending on whether you did satisfactory or not in the class. In a binary grading system, grade point average is not affected as long as you finish the semester with a passing grade. Moreover, we give the students an opportunity and freedom to explore other areas in which they are less familiar with. By using this as an advantage, students are able to detach themselves from fear, take them outside of their comfort zone, challenge themselves, build and gain confidence, and with new subject materials while becoming well rounded in the areas of strength. This leads to having more knowledge, which can then be turned into wisdom. I think if we're all being honest with one another, we can acknowledge numbers aren't exactly driving us to greater heights of educational enlightenment, and they sure do cause a lot of stress. Students who are enrolled and graded by numbers tend to feel tremendous levels of stress. Burke 2020 stated that the binary grading system can lessen students' anxiety. With low or poor grades being given to students, it does not just contribute as a stressor for them, but also it can discourage them from striving more. In addition to this, the inevitable variance in professorial attitudes and grading approaches makes numbers necessarily unreliable. And there is an inherent subjectivity that comes with professorial grading, and we're staking a lot on this subjective measure. As Laura Renee said, grading is not an exact science, even if it pretends to be. It's not entirely clear that this is the best trade-off, and there are a lot of reasons to say that binary grading is better than a numerical grading system. So now let me present
Can someone continue? Can someone take over the opening statement while you still have time?
is perceived by the teachers as an intelligent student, it will be easier for them to give that student a high grade. Hello?
Yes, I'll go on, go on.
Hello, should I continue?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, so to make the matters clear, so for our arguments first, we would like to argue that
Sorry for that interruption. So now let me present our arguments. First, it removes the stigma around poor grades. Low grades can discourage students. Collaboration will foster, not competition. According to Tumar 20,
okay, so I think I will be the one to continue this one. So first argument is it removes stigma around poor grades. So low grades can discourage student collaboration and will foster competition. Then
Okay,
next is
so
less stress and
I
less
am
pressure.
sorry
So
for
according
the.
to Burke 2020, it can lessen students' anxiety, students' relentless pressure to.
Okay, sorry. I'm very sorry, affirmative side, for interrupting you, but the time is up. Okay, so siguro maybe someone can read back up na lang if ever nawawala ka, if ever may technical difficulty. Okay, so according to our judge, so let's give a chance daw po to finalize and wrap up their opening statement according to our judge. Okay, so Eric, affirmative side, you go on. Please let please state your arguments as quick as you can. Thank you. Okay, so at least can someone find restate all of your arguments for the opening statement according to our judge. Wrap up for your opening statement. Thank you.
Okay, so I think I will be the one to continue this one. So first is it removes the stigma around poor grades. Next, it lessens the stress and pressure. And then lastly is the student's priority on achieving higher academic grades seriously hampers the achievement of moral and social values when numerical grades are used. That's our argument, and from that we strongly and firmly agree that binary grading should be utilized.
Okay, so thank you for the opening statement. I believe they have stated all of their arguments na. Thank you, affirmative side. Okay, so now let's hear the opening statement of the opposing side.
Hello, am I clear? So good day, everyone. We are the BSE Math representatives. We'll be defending the side that opposes the change of grading system into binary. I am Roy Angelo Nunez, and for us, the primary purpose of the grading system is to clearly, accurately, consistently, and fairly communicate learning progress and achievement to students, families, post-secondary institutions, and prospective employers. For us, grades are not the definition of who you are as a person, but it reflects what do you do and what you know as a student. The use of numbers as a representation or as the grading system is beneficial in providing a concrete basis in applying for scholarship and pursuing professional fields. It is said by Diosdado San Antonio, Undersecretary for Curriculum and Instruction, that the absence of numerical grade would be difficult for colleges and universities to decide on scholarships. With regards to shifting to a new grading system, he said that it would mean additional work for teachers, which is true because it takes time and a lot of preparation in order to make it logical and meaningful. Then, numerical grading system provide accuracy and global competency for students. So, is it logical for us to change our grading system, knowing that it provides more realistic results? Is changing into a new grading system really the answer? Or are we going to invest in something we feel is necessary? Are we prepared? Is change the answer? Because for all we know, you want to change into a better and promising solutions, but does that results doesn't come with new problems? Instead of running away into providing improvements and innovations, we need to understand that we are talking about the holistic effects, the changes into new way of grading students imposed. Moreover, with the grading system, teachers are able to classify the students into the different groups like bright students, average students, and below average students so that teachers can pay more attention towards the average and below average students and make the concept clear to them in a better way because every individual have his own understanding capability. Also, by knowing the grades of the child, parents also get aware about the capability of their child and provide better resources to the child so that she or he can perform well, like some students require extra coaching. So at that time, parents can arrange that if they know about the standard of the child. With the help of grades, the weakness and strength of the students will be identified, and they will work on the weakness and turn weakness into strengths. Also, it will help them polish their strengths and take it to the next level. Students need to be globally competent to succeed. This means that students need the awareness, skills, and knowledge to understand and navigate in this increasingly global economy. If we change the grading system into pass or fail, people's mindset would become, if I can just get credit for it and not try, then am I going to? That is an issue because students aren't gonna learn the material that they're supposed to be learning. So critically think if we really need change in the grading system, especially if it is about the students and the process of learning that they undergo. That would be all. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, opposing side. Now that we have heard the stand and the opening statement of each side, yeah, so let me ask our YouTube viewers, are you in favor of the binary grading or should we just stay on our numerical grading system right now? Okay, I believe our debater still has more to say. They want to share more, they want to share their insights more. Okay, so to have their further arguments and rebuttal for 4 minutes, we will be starting again with the affirmative side.
Okay, am I heard? Should I start now?
Yes, Rosella, we can now start.
Okay, so I think I should start now. So first, I would just like to rebut your first discussion about classification of students. So when we classify students, we are actually putting classifying those who are intelligent and actually those who are not intelligent or are poor performing. So in here we could actually see discrimination. So with binary system, we don't have this discrimination at all. Then with regard to the standards, this is very elitist actually, because those who are intelligent are actually um, doomed to be the highest performer, the ones who are being praised. However, those who are actually not good are doomed to be a failure. Then another thing is on the feedback. I can say that numerical does not measure a person's intelligence, and it's actually fostering inequality. Then next is for the you say this that scholarship and stuff, um, and also for the further classes or further education after college. It's actually, I think, the practical skills must be needed, so there should be a valuable or more or a better evaluation for that. Then when you say about the quality of education, in binary education, we're actually having this new standards of education. So the DepEd and the CHED should have to change their standards in order to be capable of competing with other countries, just like in New Hampshire or in other universities abroad. So for now, I will be presenting my arguments. So first argument is quality is improved and not necessarily degraded in the binary grading system. So it raises actually the standard of education. Binary grading improves the quality of education because the administration and authorities, like what I've said earlier, DepEd and CHED must identify a set of a clear milestone as to what the level of knowledge passes the subject. And it is actually the same with UP and other universities like Alverno College, Antioch College, Bennington College, and whatsoever. Then number two is that students will be free to explore other areas without fear. So when GPA weighs less as a factor, students become more willing to register for courses outside of their intended major and into those with which they are less familiar. So they're actually taking risk to study other things, and it's actually much more beneficial because in our country, the more things you know, the more skills you know, the better. That just like the teachers getting NC2s and whatsoever. Then next is it equalizes opportunities at school, society, and work. So um, learning should be a right and never a privilege. So because of binary grading, there is less discrimination and less bias because not only the high graders will be emphasized, also the low or the average performing students will not be left behind. Then next is ensures equality opportunity in workplaces. So once the students doesn't have uh, this um, Latin honors on their resumes, the human resources would think about their experiences, their skills and their capabilities, and not just look at the Latin honors. So with this, actually, those who doesn't have this high honor things, this cum laude things, and their resume will be capable of working, will be chosen to work. So this may potentially
Okay, so time
resolve
is
the
up.
issue of unemployment.
Okay, nice one. Okay, nice arguments from our affirmative side. Thank you. Grabe. Madaming arguments ay binigay, magandang reasons and sources na ibinigay ang ating affirmative side. Now, let's hear further arguments and rebuttal from the opposing side of our debate.
So I will start the further arguments of our binary grading system discourages effort. Students who are not likely to work hard for the rest of the semester receive the same grades regardless of the effort they put in. Hard work that students put in should be rewarded in the form of allowing us to maintain a numeric grade. And students need to be globally competent to succeed. This means that students need awareness, skills, and knowledge to understand and navigate in this increasingly global economy. If we change the grading system into pass or fail, do you think we can help to develop and prepare our students to become globally competent in the future? Mr. Austria will give a further argument.
Hello, I just want to. This my this part is just a rebuttal of what the affirmative side have said. I hope I am clear. So the first one, is the numerical grading system gives stress, and binary grading system lessons anxiety. Well, it may be true, but it will result in a very negative effect, because yes, the stress will lessen, but their competitiveness will also lessen, because they do not need to work hard or strive for more, because the the limit, or the threshold is lower. Hindi na nila kailangan na gandahan pa yung mga outputs nila, dahil iwas stress, at dahil sa binary grading system naman, ay since passed or dropped or failed lang, hindi ko na kailangan lagyan ng effort. Parang ganun yung sinasabi niyo sa binary grading system, na nalelesen yung anxiety. So the second one, with I think it is connected also. It discourages the students. In what way? What I want to say is that, it is not the numerical grading system discourages the students. It is the other way around. It is actually the binary grading system that discourages students to work more, to work beyond their limits. And lastly, it was, as far as I remember, it was stated by Ms. Rapsing, low grades results to low cooperation of learning. Actually, I don't think it is true, because nowadays, we here in our current curriculum, we have different learning styles, and one of it is the cooperative learning, in which the teacher requires the students to work cooperatively based on the activities that they have given. So I think I have stated everything I need. Thank you. That's all.
So if I have time, I just wanted to add that it is not about discrimination. The classes is just about knowing that something is wrong, knowing that not all students are great, not all students are at the same level. It is just uh, knowing that every student is different from one another. It's not discrimination. And also, you said that you want to change standards, and changing standards comes with time,
Okay,
and we need
so
more time in planning.
okay,
That's all.
thank you. Time is up. Thank you for the opposing side and affirmative side. Grabe, all of their arguments are amazing. Maganda pagkakalat ng arguments nating lahat. So, now we will be having our recess for 8 minutes. Reminder for our debaters, lahat lang po ng nailatag nating arguments with the opening statement and the further arguments will only be the topics for the rebuttals later. We cannot add any new information later. Okay? Again, lahat po ng mga nailatag nating arguments kanina in the opening statement and the further arguments, well, doon lang po magre-revolve yung rebuttals natin after the recess. Okay? So we have 8 minutes recess. Thank you guys. We will be back.